Hey guys, it's me again. I'm sorry that these are shorter little clips, but the program I'm using only has 15 minutes worth of recording time, and that's okay because these are different types of problems, so you could take them in a little by little. So, which system of inequalities represented by the graph below? So, this is a question very similar to the first question from the latest video. You're given two lines, line 1 and line 2, one blue, one red. And you have to see which one of these lines is represented, or which one of these systems is represented by these lines. So obviously one is solid, one is dashed. So let's just check out our choices to make sure that one has a line underneath the inequality and one does not. A and B, that's true for A and B. C, and D. So solid and dashed don't help us cancel out any of our choices. Now we have to look at our y-intercepts. So for line 2, our red line, our y-intercept is positive 2. And our line 1, our blue line, the y-intercept is negative 4. So it looks like they labeled line 1 in blue and put that first, because negative 4 here, scroll, negative 4 and negative 4. Line 2 is our red, so let me highlight the red. As I'm highlighting this, I noticed that even though the y-intercepts of line 1 are all the same and the y-intercepts of line 2 are all the same in all choices, the difference between the red line is the slope, okay? The slope and y-intercept of the blue line is the same for all choices. So I'm not going to look at the blue line right now. I'm going to start to cross off choices based on the slope of the red line. So let's come up here and check out our red line. Obviously our red line has a negative slope. Every single one of those choices has a red line at it as having a negative slope. So here is our y-intercept. And another perfect point, I think, is like right here. Okay. So to figure out what the slope is, you're going to need to count. It's negative, so we're going down. So we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's negative 4 over 1. So negative 4 over 1, our slope is negative 4. Which means we're going to cancel out or cross off any of our choices where the red line has a slope that is not negative 4. A, here's our red line. It's negative 1 over 4. That's not true. A is not our option anymore. B, our slope for the red line is negative 4, so that works. C, our slope for the red line is negative 1 over 4. That does not work. And D, our slope for our red line is negative 4. So I narrowed down my choices. It's either going to be B or D. All right. So for B, our blue line we're shading, it's less than, so we're going to shade under. Ugh. I hate that when I click it, you have to like kind of double click. So, oh, and I can't spell. So for our blue line, we're shading under. Okay. Under your hand. For your red line, it's greater than or equal to, so you're shading over. I'll change that to red. All right. So let's look at our graph. If I were to put my left hand over my blue line, the shading is over or above it. So B is not going to be my answer. Which means, most likely, unless I made a mistake, which I didn't, that D is our answer. So with that being said, let's just check it out really quickly. Okay, so for our blue line, the shading, it's greater than, so you should be shading above your hand, which is true, shading above, this is above. And for our red line, it's less than or equal to, so you're shading below the red line. Here's your red line. If you put your right hand over the red line, all this shading is underneath it. All right, so we were true, or we were correct with D as our choice. The next question is very similar. All right, I'm just going to make the assumption and quickly check it that our blue line, it says line 1, so that should probably be my first line. Our y-intercept is 1, y-intercept is 1. So our first inequality for A, B, C, and D are all going to be it's going to be our blue line is first, our red line is second. So let me just quickly highlight. I'm only doing this so I don't get confused. All right, and our blue line is dashed, and so therefore we should not have a line underneath it. The second inequality is our red line. All right, now like I just said, let's come up here. Our blue line is dashed, so our inequality should either be less than or greater than. For A, it says less than. That's good. B, it says less than. That's fine. C says less than or equal to. Well, we don't have a solid line, therefore C cannot be our answer. And for D, it says less than or equal to. So D can't be our answer. Okay. Blue line is a line that is dashed. Therefore, that's the one without the line under your inequality. Now, the next difference that I noticed is our slopes. So our slope for our blue line is negative, and for our red line is negative. So we have a negative slope for blue, negative slope for red in both systems. So that doesn't help us out. We can't cancel anything out or cut it off. I'm going to look at my blue line, and I'm going to find two perfect points. The first one is on the y-intercept, and the second one is right here. So our slope for our blue line, you're going to go down 1, 2, so negative 2 over 1. So negative 2 over 1 is negative 2. So our slope for our blue line should be negative 2. And the only choice that has that is A. So A would be your correct answer without even having to graph anything. All right. And that's it. So we graphed linear inequality or systems of linear inequalities. We were given a graph and we created the two systems of linear inequalities. And we did multiple choice questions for both of those examples, kind of by using test-taking strategies. So we're going to practice those, and then we're going to do some applications. So I'll probably give you an assignment, something to practice these with. And then after we've mastered that, we're going to go over to some word problems. All right, and we'll be using them for practical uses. All right, see you guys in the next one.